is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Let me angle my camera a little bit here. Yeah, I am on the Velotric Nomad 2. Yeah, remember this bike? Yeah, it's a decent day today. It's still a little chilly, but it's okay. It's about 62 degrees out right now. It's kind of overcast. I figure I'd take the bike out and see if we can head over to the hill and see how it does on the hill test. Yeah, we didn't do that for the two Velotric bike reviews. So I figured, you know, let's do the Nomad 2. Yeah, the overcast day actually feels like it's gonna rain or something. I hope it doesn't. But even if it does, the Velotric is well ready for any type of rain. Yeah, it's all rated for all that, you know. It's rated for that situation. All right, we'll stop here. Remember the Velotric, I have unlocked this bike to go 28 miles per hour. So it'll both throttle and pedal to 28. You know, when you first get the bike, it's set up for a class 2 operation. So it's 20 miles per hour unless you go in there and change it. And I have it set for torque sensor currently right now. Torque sensor in this one works pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. So depending on how you feel, you know, if you're tired, I recommend you do cadence sensor because all you have to do is just kind of keep your legs moving and you'll be doing fine. If you do torque sensor, you'll get the speed, but you have to pump it a little harder to do that, right? And it'll react accordingly too. So right now I have my torque sensor set on 5. Let's go ahead and set the thing to boost. Yeah, boost is more sensitive of a setting. It's going to go faster for you when you put that same amount of effort in. So yeah, pedal assist level 5 on boost. I have it on gear 7 right now for my derailleur over here on my right hand side. There's a lot of controls on this bike, I'll tell you. We've got turn signals, we got pedal assist levels, we got things like trail and boost and eco settings. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff. And if you're tired out, like I'm tiring out right now, you could always throttle it. All right, we're gonna take a left over here. I still have a winter jacket on because it isn't warm enough for me to just go with the sweatshirt. And I have the jacket halfway zippered up because I have the chest mount of my camera underneath the jacket, so it has to stick out, right? So I can't zip myself all the way up to the neck. So I can feel the wind coming in. I only have my half gloves on me right now. So I can feel it on my hands too. Probably should have brought the full-size gloves. But oh well, it is what it is. So we'll get through this general area. This is the area we usually get to when we do our reviews. Thank you. But when we get around this thing, that'll head us towards the forest preserves, and then we'll be able to do the hill test. Now, usually after the hill test, I will usually take it through the forest preserves, but like I said before, I actually prefer not to take these larger fat tire bikes through the forest preserves anymore, because usually whenever I do it, I will get either looks or comments from some people. Sometimes they're just not used to 26-inch by 4-inch fat tire bikes coming down their path. So even though you maintain the 15 miles per hour, sometimes people still make comments. So not worth that. So I usually will take these fat tire bikes out on the street instead. I think it works out better for me that way. Now just 2 days ago we had snow. Yeah, we went from 70-degree weather to snow. It's hard to believe. In like a day or two it went straight to snow, and it snowed and the whole place was all covered up with snow, but then it's melting off, and I think they said the high today will be around 50, 65, 66, something like that. Let's pedal again here. I'm going up to the bridge here, so let's just kind of coast a little bit. All right, we'll pedal again. Yeah, so the only thing I actually added to this bike is the side view mirror over here, and I also added a water bottle cage down here. Let me angle down so you can see it. So I added a water bottle cage here and put a water bottle there. Other than that, the bike is stock. I don't have to change anything like seat posts or saddles. Yeah, it's got a nice wide, comfortable saddle on this bike. So you're pretty much set. You don't have to do anything to the bike. This is a nice one. Yeah, I think they'll do very well with the Nomad too. Velotric has a huge dealer network too. So if you want to try out a Velotric Nomad 2, yeah, just look around your area. You might be able to find a store that might sell it. But you can always order it online too, and you can always go through my affiliate link as well. That helps me out. I'm still sniffling. You know, when it's cold out here, I'm always sniffling. It just gets you going, and next thing you know, you're sniffling away. We'll throttle a little bit. It gives me a little bit of time to take a little breather. Don't have to keep pedaling then. Yeah, I think the combination of pedaling and throttling is really a good thing. You know, you don't have to really wear yourself out if you don't want to. And when you want to take a ride, okay, this guy's letting me go, so I will go. I'll say thank you. Always wave thank you to the drivers that let you through. It just promotes good riding. Yeah, this bike does really good. I think people who buy this bike will be pretty happy with it. There's a lot of adjustability inside their menu system too, so that's always nice. See, the thing is, if you get out early enough, kids are still in school, so I have the whole path to myself. Oh, okay, anyone else who's retired might be on the path. You know, people are either working or at school. All right, so here's how we do the hill test, in case you don't remember or in case you're new here. We go to this area where there's a bridge, okay? We'll stop by the bridge, and then I am simply going to throttle this thing all the way up as we go up the hill. And of course, we'll be gaining speed. Now, put this on our pedal assist level 5, although that doesn't really matter, but you know, when people ask, well, you had it on too low, whatever, so I just put it on 5, make people happy. And then once we're there, let's put it on boost too, just in case anyone questions it. We'll give it the highest ability it can. And then once we're there, we're just going to go over the hill, and then we're just going to see how fast it'll get up over the hill in terms of speed. You know, as we approach the hill, we'll start slowing down. So whatever the lowest number is as we hit the apex of the hill, that will be our number, okay? So let's take a look. Almost there. Just sit tight. Let me make sure this angle is good enough, maybe just so that you can see the screen. I'm hoping you can see the screen. The thing is, I can never tell because, you know, obviously the camera's on my chest. I can't see what it's recording and what it's not. But the angle looks like it would be sufficient. All right, so let's stop here. This is where we always stop. Okay. All right, here we go. Throttle only, staying as straight as I can, so we're not deviating from a straight path as much as we try, right? So we're doing over 21 miles an hour right now, and I'll see where we go. And we're slowing down a little bit. We are 14.3, 14.1, 14.1. That's pretty good, 14.1. That beats a lot of the other bikes, so it definitely has enough torque to get us over the hill. It's not a problem. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We've done the hill test, 14.1. You hear that? That's a little chipmunk running around. He saw me, ran the other way. Let's turn back. We'll head back out this way. I don't intend to take it through the forest preserves at this point. Yeah, 14.1, pretty good. Good job, Velotric. All right, we'll have to do the Velotric Breeze 1 as well. We haven't done that one yet. In fact, as I'm recording this particular video, it is the day that the Breeze 1 was released. So you probably see everybody on YouTube has their Breeze 1 reviews out. But when I recorded that particular video, I couldn't do the hill test because we had snow in this area. See, this whole area is actually surrounded by trees and things, so it doesn't really get as much sun. So I knew that the path would be kind of snowy. Wouldn't be fair, you know, if you're slipping and sliding on the snow to do that hill test. And plus it wasn't safe for me, so I wasn't going to do it. And I said, well, we'll just do it another day. It's no real big deal. You know, you still were able to see the review as much as you could, and we already knew this was going to do well. I mean, it wasn't even a question. Wasn't even a question because it's got enough torque to do it. And a Breeze 1, of course, is a commuter style bike. It has a slightly smaller motor in there, but we'll see how it does. I don't expect it to do as well as this one did. But it's not like it won't be able to go over the hill, you know. I think a lot of times when people think about the hill test, they figure, oh, if it didn't do at least, 12 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour over the hill, then it wasn't any good. It's not true, you know. It's still capable of doing it. And you have to remember, too, a lot of times when you're going over hills, I probably wouldn't throttle it 100%. I would pedal it along with the throttle to give it some extra help anyway. You know, why wear out your battery? Yeah, pedal a little bit, help it out. So a lot of these bikes will do it. It's not an issue, really. So. Yeah, but 14.1 is pretty good. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. All right, let's pedal a little bit here. Let's lower the assist a little bit here. We're going a little fast. You know, when you have it on the boost setting and you have pedal assist level 5, you start pedaling even on a torque sensor thing, you're going pretty quick. Yeah, it doesn't take much. You just start pushing and on the pedals, and that thing will start helping out. And you can change all that. You know, it's all based on what levels you have it set for and how much you want in terms of help. As you know, I usually go fairly quickly, so I like the help. I mean, going up like this little incline on this little hill, no big deal. Again, I'm pedaling it, so. See how we are here. We're doing good. We'll head out of this area. Nice. Nice. Feels good to be able to get back out. You know, this whole past winter has been really, really difficult to just be sitting at home and not being able to head out to ride. All right, we're gonna hit them up with the bell here. This area is pretty bumpy. I don't know why they haven't fixed this part of the bike path. Because every time I go over it, I feel like my voice is wobbly because I'm just bouncing all over the place on the bumps. But you have suspension on here. So based on the front fork suspension, it eats up a lot of the bumps for you. But it is rather bumpy over here. Yeah, torque sensor does well. A lot of times I'm on cadence sensor on many of my bikes. Because some of the bikes, the torque sensors really make you work. And sometimes it makes it tough for me. So yeah, you'll see me jump back and forth. You know, I think comments were made within these two Velotric bikes that people were saying that they were anxious to one day try a bike that had both torque sensor and cadence sensor on there. Yeah, I would have to agree that having both on one bike sure makes it a lot easier because, you know, like I said, if you start out with one and you tire out, you can always shift to the other. Or you can do like I did here, you know, you keep it on torque sensor, and then when I tire out, I'll just throttle it. But if you want to keep your legs moving, of course, you can switch it in the menu of the bike. And then you just do cadence sensor. Cadence sensor is such that as long as the pedals are moving, it's going to help you. You don't have to push hard. And depending on what your pedal level assist is set for, you can go to a certain speed based on whatever that assist level is. So in general, having one that can do both is just a lot more convenient. Yeah, any riding situation you're in, or you know, whatever tiredness you are in, you can pick one that suits you at the time. All right, let's see. We're gonna keep going this way here. I remember when I first started riding e-bikes coming through this trail, because I had never been on this trail before until I had an e-bike. Even though we lived in the general area for a while, hadn't come out here. There was no reason to come out here if I didn't have a bike, right? And I remember coming through here and going, wow, it's got a tunnel here. It's got a whole path to go through. I was really amazed. People have said, you know, as they watch my videos, you got really nice areas to ride. I go, yeah, I really do. I'm actually pretty lucky. And I didn't ride it because I didn't have a bike. Well, it wasn't until after my knee replacement was done that I decided to buy a bike to help my knee out and get back into my biking that I was able to check this out. Yeah, we didn't live here all our lives. We moved into the area, and even before that time period, I was already having issues with my knee, so I wasn't riding my regular bikes. And so when I bought the e-bike, for the first e-bike, it really opened me up to a lot of things that I could do again that I wasn't able to do once my knees started having problems. And I've heard this from many other e-bike riders too, that until they bought their e-bikes, they were kind of stuck inside too. They didn't know what else they can do, where they can go. And now with the bike, they can go to places that they had never been to before. Like I'd never been to those areas before, and we had lived in the area. I just never went into those forest preserves. and never went into any of those paths, but now I do it all the time. Okay, so this guy's letting me through, so we will go through. I find that's a lot of time, that's what usually happens, you know. He obviously had the right of way, he got there before me, but they'll nod you and tell you to go forward. And personally, I like it because they know that, you know, for you to stop and then start again, it takes you more effort. It's just as easy for them to just let you go forward, and then they can go after you're done. So, all right, let's take a left here. So yeah, it's time for e-bike riding. If you haven't pulled out your e-bike yet, because of your weather area, yeah, it's gonna get there. You know, some of you guys have already been out riding already. I've been lucky to be able to ride different e-bikes, you know, because of what I do here on YouTube. And so I've had experience with a lot of different brands and different bikes. I'll tell you this, that the bikes are getting better. They definitely are. You know, even like the feature of the torque sensor plus cadence sensor all on one bike, that's a major feature, right? I think first we saw that was last year, and now we're finding more bikes are doing this. It's becoming more common. Now, not every bike will have it, okay? You know, the less expensive bikes will not have it. It's gonna be either one or the other. But if you're lucky enough to be able to get a bike that has both, I think you'll find that you'll really enjoy it. All right, that's all I have for you guys for today. I just wanted to do the hill test, check it out. I'm gonna put this bike away. I'm gonna grab another bike and head out on another ride. I'm trying to get my rides in while I can, and try different bikes out, see how they do. I'm debating right now whether I want to pull out the Breeze 1 and do the hill test on that one as well. I may wait a little bit on that. There are some other bikes too that I've promised that I would take out, so I think I'll do that for today, and then we'll do the Breeze 1 hill test another day. So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. If you're interested in one of these Nomad 2s, check the description in the video, and then there's a link there that you can use to purchase one if you're interested. I'll talk to you guys next time.